Happy Wednesday, and welcome to Women's Wisdom on Wednesdays with me. I'm your host, Paulette Rees-Denis. I am a multi-passionate creatrix, and I love coming and bringing to you ideas, thoughts, current situations, talking about lifestyle coaching, stepping into more of the life we desire and deserve as women and middle-aged women, mid-career women, women who are ready for a change. Now I can talk to all of you, right? I can talk to all of you. And I've been doing this now for, on and off for many years. I've been doing Facebook Lives and webinars and videos of all sorts, including dance videos and journaling videos and running classes. And I just love sharing some thoughts with you. And I love it when you share back with me. Sometimes I can see your comments and sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't tell if you're here or not. So if you are here, say hello and where you're from, and comment as I continue to give forth my aged wisdom. So I do want to talk about a couple things today, because these are things that I've been talking about with my mastermind, with my masterclass the other day. And as we just experienced a beautiful full moon, blue moon, and that's always a good time for awakening. It's always a good time to step into new chapters, and that's a lot about what I do as a coach, is help you step into your new chapter and rewrite that. And by rewriting, we get to journal and get our thoughts from the body to the page. So, and that's just delicious. And sometimes it's hard to get started, but once you start into a journaling practice, it becomes non-negotiable. When you become addicted to journaling almost every morning. I highly recommend The Morning Pages from Julia Cameron in The Artist Way. And she does a 3-page morning dump, whatever you want to call it, journaling practice, 3 pages every morning, and then helps you get on your day. So I highly recommend that. And I also want to talk about, as we do start to move into changes, stepping into our next chapter, we want to continue or develop or renew a daily practice, a ritual of self-care. And so one of the things I've talked about for years is to meditate, percolate, and dance break as part of your morning ritual practice. So what do I mean by all that? Well, meditate, spending that time quiet, alone, going in, listening deep, bringing yourself into a calm, relaxed mode. That's a great way to start your day, like first thing in the morning, right? And if you are new to meditating, there's lots of different ways to learn how to do it. There's guided visualizations, guided meditation. There's even moving and walking meditations, which I love. But there's lots of apps, apps for your phone. And I always recommend Insight Timer. They have lots of meditations on there for you. But there's other ways you can learn how to meditate. But I highly recommend it. And then there's Percolate, which is my act of journaling. It's percolating the things in your head and getting it down on the page. Percolate. You think of that coffee pot with the percolator. Wait, wasn't there an old coffee commercial? Folgers or something like that anyway. But I love that. Think of that, because, obviously you think things, then thoughts become words, become things. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, yeah. Look that up. Sweet. I'm glad you're here. Where are you, Dee? Where do you live? And so, okay, so meditate, percolate, and dance break. It's moving your body. It's shifting your energy and changing your state. And if you do this in the morning, and that could be just 5 minutes of stretching or yoga or a dance class, taking a hike or a walk around the block, getting outside in nature is always a great way. Oh, Dee, you're in Michigan. Hi. I call it dance break, but really it's movement, right? Any kind of movement. So meditate, percolate, and dance break. That's how you want to get your morning started. It's a really good habit to get into. I find myself very grounded and centered with things that I've released from my head, and it could be to-do lists. It could be, oh, okay, you're a sunbird. I love it. It could be, like I said, it could be just a jumble of I don't even know what to write. But it's once you get started and you put the pen on the page and you don't pick it up and you don't edit and you don't spell check and you just write. And it's such a release. And then when you're clearer, your ideas or your creativity can flow easier, and you've shifted the energy in your body. You've brought yourself into your body. You're moving your body. It's a beautiful practice. Okay, so I'm always talking about that. I'm always talking about how you need to develop a better self-care habit, a self-care ritual. It's loving yourself. Only you can do that the best. Okay. The other thing we've been talking about is the idea of the sacred rebel. The re-emergence of the sacred rebel. And I talked about this last week. I talked about it in my masterclass on Saturday, which was fabulous. And it's also, for me, it's reimagining myself again and again and again. And, you know, I've always been a rock and roller. I've always been rebellious. Haha. But somewhere along the line, I think a lot of women have lost their self-respect, self-devotion, self-care, their connection, again, with your inner being or your God or your universe. And so I like to call myself a sacred rebel. Oh, I love you too, Dana. Thank you. But to continue to honor ourselves, our divinity, right? Our sovereignty, our womanliness or manliness, if you're a guy watching this right now. But it's honoring yourself. I can't even say that enough, because we get so busy, quote unquote. We fill up everything, quote unquote, and you forget about coming back to yourself. So developing this new kind of daily ritual is a great thing to get you to come back to yourself. So you can have a beautiful, successful day every day and make your magic. Continue to make your magic, to shine your light. I want you to shine your light. That's why I do these things. So I got a couple of journaling prompts for you today, talking about. And one thing I'm going to do is pull a card for us from the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck, which is one of my favorite decks. Oh, goodness. Let's see what's happening over here. Dee says, I have a gratitude journal, past, present, and future. That's fantastic. I do talk about gratitude journaling as well, and I usually do it at night, but you can do that in the morning. Thinking about what you're grateful for really puts the world into perspective when you give yourself that time to think about who and what you're grateful for. And Dee says, reinvention is the key. I want a tattoo that says I found my muchness instead of lost, like Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Or maybe just muchness. That's good. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for us here. Y'all ready for this? Everybody take a nice deep breath. Bring yourself into yourself. Breathe in into your belly. Expand your belly with your inhale. Hollow it out with your exhale. Do a nice cleansing breath. Inhale, nice and full. And exhale. Check your posture. Check your alignment right now. Okay? And think about what it is you are needing today. What are you wanting? What will help you have a successful day? What will help you move forward? Again, time for that full moon. A good time for awakening. Okay, here we go. Listening for truth. How perfect is that? How perfect is that? Trusting. So, listening for truth. If you look at that and think about those words, write that down. And what comes to you? Without stopping to think too much, what comes to you? Listening for truth. It's number 36. I'm going to read a little bit of it to you, and I want you to just keep writing, keep journaling. Or if you're listening to this in the replay, continue to do that. So, and trusting was one of my words for today. Trusting was one of my words for today. So that you can step into your new chapter and trust yourself because you've been doing these things. I know, it's always spot on, Dee. Dana, you want to go to Costa Rica? Okay. Let it be so. Okay. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly. Okay, you're being asked to listen for the truth beneath the words rather than the superficial message. This is true for the communications of those around you, the press, the newspapers, the mass media. I know, the world is a shit show right now. Don't hear fear in the words and actions of those around you. So listen deeper. Listen for the truth. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you're the only one that is really ready to hear it or see it. Let's see. What else? I'm just going to paraphrase some of this. You are being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth. See what I'm talking about? Yes. I know. It's perfect. Even if you feel you are the only one doing so, sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebels. So, stepping away from that. And you are a truth seeker. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others comfortable. No people pleasing here, my friends. You are meant to be an agitator, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You were meant to be an agitator. I'm pretty good at that. I love to make people think. I love to stir things up. I love to ask questions. And the biggest question I always ask you is why? Why do you want that thing? Why? You need to know your why, right? Okay, let's see. Within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. Okay. So there's a lot of journaling that you can do around all that I just said. Yeah, okay. And the next question I'm going to ask you before we sign off is, I am moving towards what? I am moving towards what? Write that down. So good. I'm writing it down too. Listening for truth. Number 36. And I am moving towards. So journaling again, I love working with prompts, and that's what I do in my journaling class. And if you like that, I am starting a new session next week on Thursdays at 2 o'clock on Zoom online. And we're going to meet for 6 weeks. They're usually 6-week sessions. So we can commit to 6 weeks. It's important to commit to yourself. When you say you're going to do something, do it. Right? No try. Don't try anything. You do or you don't. Okay? It's really important. It is something in you when you commit to yourself like that. Saying no is a great thing. Saying yes is a great thing. But you got to mean it, and you got to know your why. Okay, bam. I won't say that anymore. Gotta go. I'm going to go teach my dance class this morning. I'd love to know what else comes up for you in journaling. You can share it, in the comment section. I love that you're here. And the muchness, that's your word. I love it. Thane is freedom. Yes. Awesome. The stir stick. Oh, thank you. That's so good. Okay. Anyway, everybody else getting the replay here, share your comments. I love it. I love it. Women's Wisdom on Wednesdays. And know that I love you. I'm here for you. And I hope to see you next week, if not before. And take good care of yourself today, okay? Build some beautiful habits. Beautiful habits. All right, my love. Mwah.